The new Figma variables feature, released in beta during Config 2023, looks very promising. We can now create variables and modes to implement design tokens natively for our design systems. We can also switch designs between different contexts and in general build more efficient design systems. For more info on all of the features, watch the Intro into Variables video at the link below. Here at Rangle, we have an end-to-end experience workstream as part of Radius, which you can learn more about on Rangle.io/Radius and in future videos about Design Context as Code. Design Context as Code incorporates an end-to-end design token pipeline from Figma via CLI into the website, for instance as CSS variables or as JS or TS variables. We have a demo site for this process, and while it's still early days for Figma's variables, we try to convert our Token Studio setup to use variables and to see how this changes our process. Doing so, we noticed there's still a few missing features. There are a few settings that can currently not be set by variables, such as direction. The new wrap feature is great, but for footer and headers you often need to switch between horizontal and vertical, as you can see in these frames. Figma variables also currently don't support auto layout settings, typography tokens, shadows or effect, as well as border tokens, with the exception of colors. Additionally, color tokens can currently only be simple hex values. Gradients and RGBA are not yet supported. Figma has said in a recent presentation that they plan to make everything controllable by variables. But until this is the case, we need some creative workarounds for solutions that push towards making design the source of truth for end-to-end design system automation. It is possible to use Token Studio to overcome most of those limitations. We, for instance, use a custom direction token to tokenize direction in our isomorphic layout components. Another pain point we discovered is that refactoring variable sets is not very convenient in the beta version. This is rarely an issue for established design systems, but can be very useful during initial ideation. Using Token Studio as the source of truth for tokens can work around this, but we hope Figma will make it possible to move variable sets between collections in the future. Another feature we would love to see is a way to describe, use, and export breakpoints as variables, as this would allow for a much tighter end-to-end integration.